Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. We're here, let's go. We got the next EZA. I'm slightly surprised. Not a Videl. Videl was obvious. I mean, that was coming a mile away. I was expecting to potentially see... Here, let me pull up the banners as well. But I was expecting to maybe see Tech Roshi and STR Demon King Piccolo here, perhaps. I guess to be fair, like if we just look at the last celebration, sub EZAs did come in later during the celebration as well, right? Which included the very incredible Android 18, who does work well with Roshi, by the way. I wanted to pull up Dragon Ball Saga, which I can't find. There we go. Oh, because Boyhood Saga. That's okay. Yeah, that's what the literal Japanese translation is, but not what global uses. All right, so I think we could during this celebration see sub EZAs for these two, and a super EZA for this guy. I still think this guy's going to super EZA. I can't wait. It's going to be a glorious video when I get to point out and say, hey, look what you said, look what you said, look what you said. It's going to be great, but not quite yet. That will be coming later regardless. I pulled up the banners. So, okay, so we look at this banner. This banner, regardless of if people want to believe it or not, is always a window into characters that are getting an EZA or potentially a sub EZA. I mean, if we look at it, I guess Tech Roshi isn't here, which people did specify. I mean, this... Okay, so you look at this. Either LR Bulma's EZAing, which she's not, because that would be... So, in terms of EZAs, they start EZAing for the year once the first character of the year EZAs, which is the anniversary units. Bulma is 2 years out. Like, we're not going to see Bulma EZA, like, no way Jose until 2026 at the earliest, right, is when we'd see Bulma EZA. These characters, I mean, I don't think we're going to see super EZAs for just banner units. So it leaves this guy's sub EZA, and then I guess his super EZA. So we'll see what's going to happen with the celebration. We know there's going to be more Peppy Gal characters we are going to get. So we have the Videl EZA. Here's, of course, you know, Videl with their info. The GOAT, Garesh, is here to give us some translations. Let's see what we've got with Videl. So Videl on Roshi's team could be pretty good. The only thing to consider is this. On Roshi's team, we're not going to get this. But Buu Saga is a very competitive team at the moment, Majin Buu Saga. So if Videl, let's look at how Videl might work on Roshi's team or the Buu Saga team. That is also her only two teams. Well, I guess her own, which Defender of Justice or Peppy Gal Key for 180%. That could be competitive because Defender of Justice, we have the Gammas. This is, well, I'm looking at this on global, but this would include AGL Jiren as well. Huh. Let me go over here. Let's look at Defender of Justice and Peppy Gal on the JP Wiki. That's got all the characters. Peppy Gal is this one, and then Defender of Justice is this one right here. Okay. I mean, with AGL Jiren there, and the Gammas, and Topo, and then, I mean, we could get certain Peppy Gal characters in here. I mean, Videl's team could be a real team at 4 key 180%. That's going to be a legitimate team because of how good Jiren is and Topo and stuff like that. Okay. So her normal super attack, the Videl Rush, she stacks attack, 50% events run tournaments, same as the enemy. 18 key, the unit super. This is just, it's just with Gohan or Great Saiyaman or whatever, which is this one. Yeah, Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, Great Saiyaman, any of those. Alright, so... Oh, well, Defender of Justice would include Tech Ultimate Gohan. EGL LR Ultimate Gohan doesn't have it. Tech Gohan is good enough to run, for sure. I mean, not really slot 1 as much as people would think, but, I mean, running him on the team, we could do that easily. Okay. So, I mean, on Videl's team, we'll be able to get that. On Buu Saga, we could get that, but not on Roshi's team. All right, so the Justice Rush, that's with a Gohan. So she greatly stacks attack, 50% defense for 1 turn, immense damage, and then lowers enemy defense. Should be by 80%, right? Okay. So then her passive, she gets 2 key and 180% attack and defense at the start of turn. Remember, she's going to have massive buff stats. I'm sure if I just... Let me pause real quick. I could probably find her EZA stats. Alright, so here's what our girl is looking like. 27,000 HP. That's all that really matters. No matter what, right? When it comes to character stats, they can build this shit, whatever. A character could have a billion... Well, I mean, if they have... You just understand. Like, the character, how much damage and how much defense they have is going to be, you know, based off their passive, based off their super attack effects, based off their links. Like, it doesn't really matter for a character like this. HP is the one stat that really, truly matters. And Videl is a boss right there. That's like Yamcha and Yajirobe. Similar, kind of like stat spread, which is good. Is a good thing. Alright, so she has a 2 key, 180% stats. 70% chance to dodge before attacking. So that's slot 1. Okay. Then 158% attack when attacking. Perform a crit and all allies 2 key within the turn after dodging. So if we run her in slot 1, she'll get a guaranteed crit. Alright. All allies 2 key could be pretty good as well. You know, reminiscent of like Orange Piccolo and Beast Gohan. You know, putting them in slot 1, they get hit, they give key to the rotation. That's a good effect. Then she gets 58% attack and defense, and an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super within the same turn after receiving an attack. Well, well, wait. Well, when after wait. After receiving an attack, not getting hit. Okay. Yeah, because receiving, that's... reminds me of Mr. Maximum. Super bosses. Right? Because it should work the same thing after receiving a super attack. So Videl dodges. I mean, she could get hit, but just the action... like, being started against her would give her that. Alright. So, I mean, that's this. Huh. Super effective against all types and additional super as first or second attacker in the turn. So, if you have her in slot 1, she could dodge, she'd get a guaranteed crit. 2 other supers coming in, potentially. I mean, she does stack attack with all of them, too. Could be very good for Goku and Frieza. I mean, it would... Well, okay. Then she gets 158% attack and defense, 70% chance to dodge, including super as a third attacker in the turn. Then another... Oh, she gets 30% attack and defense per attack evaded. Up to 58%. So... Okay. Here's the issue for Videl. She has an issue. There's a significant problem. How can I pull this up quickly? I guess Pan is probably on this category, right? Yeah. Okay. Videl has what I call the Tech Pan weakness. Damn, Tech Pan is really this far back? Holy shit. Okay. The Tech Pan weakness, which is this. So, if you put Videl in slot 1, if the boss supers in slot 1, but after you attack, you lose. It's over. So, I mean, okay. But against, like, Supreme Magnificent Battle, Beast Gohan. Supreme Magnificent Battle, Sword of Hope Trunks. Supreme Magnificent Battle, Goku and Frieza. Cell Max. Those bosses, they either super attack right away or they're not super in. Videl against those, like, okay. Videl's not going to be super good in slot 1 against a traditional boss that could super her after she attacks. But against those bosses that specifically only super, like, before you attack in slot 1, she's got a good, she's got a 70% chance to dodge, right? Which is better than most of the game could do. Usually you're going to want to just run her in slot 3 where she's just 70% dodging. 70% dodge in slot 3, I mean, that's pretty good. I'll take that. She seems okay. Like, how much would she help Roshi's team? I mean, she would help, but, I mean, she's not going to be better than LRSCRUI Goku, is she? I mean, she'll do more damage, but... Well, let me see what the additionals are. So... The 70% chance to dodge. I was talking about her on Roshi's team over UI. So, 70% dodge before attacking, yep. She's got this. The crit and all allies key to within the same turn after evading attack. In specific situations, that'll work well. I mean, it does, like, Videl's design works well for Goku and Frieza. Specifically, that phase. She does. Because it's like, she dodges, and then she gets the guaranteed crit. I mean, you guys know what the build is, obviously, yeah? It's full dodge. we all understand what the build is for Videl. Videl is dodge or die. So then she gets the additional after receiving an attack, though. So, like, if you have her in slot 3, you're not going to get that. And then attacks effective against all types and another additional. Like, these additionals are only in slot 1. Huh. I don't know. Like, she's gonna be very risky in slot 1. It depends on the fight and what's going on. But, like, she could be a big risk. She's gonna be very good against Cell Max. She will fuck Cell Max up, I think. Which matters. I mean, I think that's the third hardest fight. And I could easily see, like, Cell Max getting, like, new missions for Worldwide or something like that. Oh, dude, easy. Against Goku and Frieza, I mean, as long as you can... I mean, she'd be okay against 17 and Golden Frieza because she's STR. She should be good. I mean, then Blue Kaioken, Evolution Blue Vegeta, she does have type advantage, but they'll just blow her away with a super attack. So, of, like, the 3 hardest fights, I mean, the way she's designed, she definitely can be competitive in 2 of the 3. I mean, she could be good against Blue Kaioken, Evolution Blue Vegeta, but, I mean, she's living under Tech UI Goku's umbrella in that second phase. That Vegeta will obliterate her, right? I don't know. I don't like... they were too faithful to her original kit. I mean, that's what they always do, but she needed to, like, be guarding as well. Like, you could keep her exactly the same and then toss guard on her and she goes way up. Like, I feel like you could, like, toy around with huge damage with her, right? Like, if we're gonna get a lot of these supers, especially if you're getting, like, this unit super every turn and she's just stacking and stacking and stacking, I mean, we're gonna have Twitter clips very fast of her doing crazy damage, but it's been a while since we've had an easy ATR. Let me take a look at this. So, Videl. I am going to want to see a little bit more. I mean, just off the top of my head, I am not certain how much damage she's going to be putting out. It should be a lot. She's going to do a lot of damage. Where is her... Yeah, her links are rough, dude. Oh my god. Cool Judgment is good with Tech Gohan, but... I mean, look at this. Look at this. Ultimate Gohan, I mean, he could buff her defense. Jiren. Yeah, we won't be running STR Jiren, kids. We will not be running STR Jiren. That shit ain't happening. I'm not super sure. I think best case scenario, Videl could be like with that, like kind of in here-ish. I think. There's no way I like Videl over Exchange Boo. I need to see her. I mean, there is a fight that exists now where there's a literal damage check. Do this or you do 0. Time for me to show this. I'm glad sometimes, you know, my tweets are all about making my video recording easier. That's the point of a lot of my tweets, right? And sometimes I'm just kind of like trolling around with the community as well. Don't tell them. I enjoy the nonsense. All right, let's take a look at this. So this is what the Goku. This is the hardest fight in the game. Global just got it in the news that they're getting this today. Here's a 27. This is basically a 28 million attack stat, and we do 0 damage. So there exists a fight that I think is the toughest fight in the game, where that is a huge issue that is going to happen. Videl. I mean, effective against all types does nothing against these big, like, it's pointless. The crit matters. I mean, we put Videl in slot 1. She dodges what she needs to dodge. If they're under 50% HP, she'll probably get killed by their normals after she supers, though. But I don't know that they gave her enough. This is such a, like, specific... Like, this is typically not what I'm looking for, right? Like, consistency. Like how well Videl's going to do, a lot of it is going to determine, you know, the enemy attack patterns are going to matter heavily on if you could get her in slot 1 or not. Because that tech pan slot is nightmare for this Videl. So, we'll see. I think there's shenanigans we could pull off, but overall, how good is she? I mean, I could definitely see her being helpful on Boo Saga, though. For sure. Right? Like, I would, dude, I'll run Videl over Dragon Fist. For sure. Right? Like, Videl's better than this guy. No doubt about that. So we'll see. We'll see. I think what helps her a lot is Goku and Frieza existing the way the fight does. If that fight didn't exist, I would think way less of Videl. Way less. But she is set up to do well in there. Because the scariest phase in the game is 17 and Golden Frieza, and they're physical. Videl's got type advantage. So Videl in slot 3 against them, right, to just kind of keep her away from the super attack is my point. Because you can't dodge in that phase. Unless she's on a team with Tech UI Goku. How could she get on a team with Tech UI Goku? Well, I mean, I'm not running Earthbound Fighters. Like, 23rd Ultimate Goku or Yamcha's lead? No way. Can we ever get a new leader for this, please? Ever? Can we ever do that? Like, this category, Earthbound Fighters, like, Kamehameha? Hey, Dokkan, how about giving us fun teams? Where every character, like, how about fun teams? I don't know. I need this. I'm excited to do the world tour with Videl. Gonna be a lot of deaths because she's definitely dodge or die. But I think she should be able, while being dodge or die, she'll be able to put up a lot of damage. So she'll be kind of like a high risk, high reward type of character, I'm thinking. We'll see. Again, I'm kind of thinking maybe in here with like Kefla and Gotenks. Because like these guys are dodge or die too. They're definitely better than Goku Black. Who, I mean, needing to get hit is... I could almost move Goku Black down a tier. I don't know. I could almost give Goku Black his own tier, I think. Goku Black is better than these guys. But he feels way more risky than a lot of them. Yeah, Videl probably somewhere in range with like Kefla and Int Gotenks and Tech Gotenks and stuff like that. Like I feel like I'll take Tech Gotenks over Videl. With you know, the options. 12 keys got 80% chance to dodge. At 11 key is 50% damage reduction. I don't think Videl will be as good as that Gotenks. I don't think so. She'll do more damage, but damage is usually not your path to victory. I mean, against Goku and Frieza, it quite literally is, because they have a literal damage check. Like, you're not chipping away at this boss. You gotta blow them into hell. So, let me know what you guys think of EZA Videl. I'm not super sure how good she's gonna be. I'm gonna want to see her in action a little bit, because I want to see how high her damage stats are gonna be. I think she's gonna be doing some pretty good damage, but she's gonna die a lot too. So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.